You're on alone.
Hello, everybody. We're coming back. We're just waiting for Corrie to come back. Is anybody out there? Anybody say hello so we know that we're on?
You're on.
Interesting.
I just got to bring my camera back on.
Oh, here we go. I see you both. You're back.
Am I out?
Yeah, it says I see you both.
Are we both on? Holy crap. So this is... So I can tell you, everybody, this is technology right now with all of the energy that's happening in the planets, with everything that's going on. Anyone who's in our work, anyone who does this work can tell you technology is not our friend this week. And if you feel as if you're angry at the world, this is also happening to you. If you feel as if you're caught up in a lot of... Okay, thank you. If you feel as if you're like really, truly like caught up in like all this things of the past, like, or you think the world is against you and everybody's out to get you, I can tell you it's the energy. When you learn energy and you learn that it's not all about you, when you learn that it's truly not all about you, and I mean that in the most loving way. What I mean is when you learn that the world, that what's happening inside of you may not even be the people that are around you. It may be the energy on the outside of us that is affecting you. If you stop looking at yourself as just one-dimensional, if you stop looking at yourself as being just this world, and you start to look at it in a bigger scale, you can go look what's happening with the alignments of the planet, the moon. We just came into Age of Aquarius. You have not been in the Age of Aquarius, so you don't know how to behave in the Age of Aquarius, or you haven't been there in a lot of years. So it's like you don't know how to behave in this new energy. This is like, and so it's like, it's not going to be our new normal the way things are right now. We're newbies. So we're newbies in this new energy. We don't know how to behave. We don't know how to react. We don't know how to respond. We don't know how to. So if you find yourself acting like you're 5 some days, that's what's happening to you. There's some 5-year-old energy happening. And so doing the meditation that I posted Monday will help you. The meditation that I posted Monday will help you through that. So I'm hoping we got everybody back in. I'm just checking, and I'm gonna give Michelle a first person to start pulling a card for, and we're gonna read our first person. And I did know who it was. I found her. But I gotta find her again. Let me just see. Oh dear. And please share. So just telling everybody to come to the new link. I wonder if I can share that in there. So in the meantime, we'll choose somebody that's right here. And I want to go with Dion. Dion Duchamar, were you thinking of Dion?
I had 3 cards here for him, and
for her. It's a girl. It's a lady.
Sorry. I know what they are.
So Dion, this is for you. We're starting with you while I find the other person that I was choosing.
I had 2 cards fall out, and that name kept showing up in the feed for me.
Okay.
Too funny. That's crazy. Can't make this shit up. I should have kept him out.
I know, right?
Sorry, just a second. It was 8. Okay, here they are. All right, Dion. So first card I pulled was a past card, and it is the 5 of Air, or the 5 of Swords. So in the past, there was a situation that you had put yourself into, which ended up being an unwise choice. It's telling us that there is a better way to make you happier, that you need to avoid people who lack integrity, and have questionable motives. Does that sound familiar to you? Where is she?
Should be able to scroll.
Do I have to scroll or does it stay caught up?
I think all the messages are trying to catch up here.
Okay.
She said, yay.
I see. Thank you.
Okay. She got nothing else yet.
Okay. Well, I'll just
talking.
True. Okay. Thanks. So that's past, which leads us to today. And I pulled the 8 of Fire, which usually is like your passion, your career. And it's saying that too much is going on. Stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask or business travel. I feel like it's what is happening in your work isn't working out as you expected to. And I feel like the choice that you had made maybe was you took the chance and took a different job than you were in, or a new place, way too much. I feel like you need to pull the reins back. You need to slow this down. You need to dig those heels in and stop moving ahead so forward and take everything day by day, and that you're pushing so much into the future that you're forgetting about day by day. Does that sound familiar?
She's trying to just exist, right? She's trying to just stay ahead. She's trying to stay ahead of herself, right? That's right.
And
like
it's
that.
Much anxiety.
Yeah. Trying to be everything for everyone, Dion. And you can't be everything for everyone right now. You can only be for you. And I got Raziel came out with this as well. And I got the 4. And this is truly coming into, I feel like this is really for me coming into the age of Aquarius and coming into air. And I just got that sense of wanting to sit back and pause. Like my heart just wanted to go, oh, she's so ahead of herself. So yes, like you're dead on with that, right? It's like she is. And so it's like you got to sit in prayer and meditation, and you have to listen and see it's mental exhaustion. So I don't feel like, it's like, I think it's really truly, Dion, about mental exhaustion. You're really trying to be everything for everybody. And that's such an exhausting journey to try to take. And you got to, and it's like, slow down, take a breath, breathe, sit back. Everything else is happening. What is your heart? What just happened with your heart there, Michelle?
Corrie always tells me this when I get into my little bit of crazy is put your hand on your heart, stop, and just breathe. That you can control.
That's the only thing you have control of right now, is sometimes just take your hand and place your hand on your heart and just take a breath. Our breath is connection to source. Our breath is connection to the divine, and that is our connection to God. And so when you allow yourself to connect to this, and if you're listening to God and you're going, ugh, like you get triggered by that word God, and Michelle was one of those people when she met me, as I gave her a book. It was Return to Love, Marianne Williamson. It's funny because Marianne Williams just went live somewhere on hers too. And I'm like, it's funny, we're in the same energy. And so I used to be so afraid to mention that I channeled Jesus and God, and because that was such a, people would look at me like I had 10 heads, because a lot of people are affected by that thought or by that word. And so I always say, whatever God means to you. So I gave her Marianne Williams' A Return to Love to read. Dion, I'm saying this for a reason. Get the book, A Return to Love. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have the More Than Existing book, get it. If you can't get it, let me know and I'll send it to you. And so in that book, Michelle calls me and Michelle says, I love this book, but I just can't get past this God thing.
True.
I can't get past the God thing. And this was true. And I said, well, freaking give God a name. Call God whatever you want to call God. Oh, I said, change the name. If you change the name and give it a name, call it John, call it Isabel, call it whatever you want. And she says, oh my God, it's all in a change of perspective.
I couldn't put it down after.
right? And then she couldn't put the book down because she changed her thought process. She was triggered by that word, by that thought, which she come to find out through all of her more than existing training, by all this training, all the things that were triggering her so far away from her connection. And she said, like, when did you return to that connection? And I said, I returned to that connection when I seen that there's a possibility that that I could be all of this God energy. Like, I'm God. And and I don't mean I'm God, like I'm better than everything, but I'm a child of the God consciousness. I'm an energy. I'm a light. I'm love. I'm unconditional love. I'm all these things. And if God is creative of all those things, then so are we. And so and so there's this love that's inside of us. So give it whatever name you need to give it. Just have faith. And that's like, as long as you have faith in you as much as you have in some things outside of yourself, we're going to do much better. Right. And that's how that works. And so hold on to that sense. And I didn't get to become this as Cynthia Fontaine called it. I'm a crone, but not really a crone. I'm a wise one, but not the old wise one. Like, so I'm the kind of like, I got to kind of have a special name for that. So you don't get, it's not about becoming that you know it all. It's about surrendering to the fact that there is so much to know, that every day we know such little information. We even though we might know this much, we actually know this much. So it's like you wake up every day as if you know nothing. You got an opportunity to sit in the faith and love and to learn even more by just allowing your heart to open. And we do that in meditation. We do that in quiet time. So Deanne, I hope in some way that helps you, because I feel like that's what you need today. I feel like
I actually have a third card for her.
Oh, keep going.
Okay. And by doing this, connecting yourself to your breath, sitting in meditation and prayer, seeds are going to be well planted. It's all going to work out. It'll work out for the best.
Yes, it is. And it is going to work out for the best. Deanne, I'm telling you, someone who's an angel on earth like you and does all the things that you do, there's a plan for you. There's a plan for you, and good things are coming, and you're going to be cared and loved for in such ways. And yes, destiny, exactly. You got to watch your thoughts, because your thoughts have energy. If you look at your words and your thoughts as energy, and they're as powerful as your hand, as powerful as your fist, your foot, it's just as powerful. And it can do that much. It can do that much harm to you and to others, and it can do that much good to you and to others. Which direction do you want to take that? Which way do you want to do that? If you don't want to be spoken to that way, don't speak to your others that way. If you wouldn't speak to anyone else in such a negative way, don't speak to yourself that way. If you can treat a stranger with love, how come you can't treat the person that's next to you every single day, you, with the same love? So, Deanna, I hope that helps you in some ways. And sorry, I'm looking down, but I'm still trying to get everyone back over. I'm working on this. So, and I'm trying to find the lady that I wanted to do a card for. And let me see if she's made it back in here. Oh dear. Gail Willier. Gail Willier, are you still here? My messages are flipping all over the place, so I'm just trying to.
Are they?
Yeah. You're welcome, Deanne. Gail Willier, if you're still here, could you please let me know? And I know I still don't, and I don't see the other. I had two in mind. Oh, there she is. She's there. Okay, Gail, I'm starting with you. I'm starting with you, Gail. And I have tears in my eyes starting with you, Gail. I have tears in my eyes as I'm starting with you tonight. And I just feel like I just want to reach in and just like, I want to hold you. I want to reach in and hold you and just tell you you just got to take the weight off your legs. You just got to sit down. You just got to stop trying to make it all perfect. Just to stop trying to make everything work. Stop trying to make everything go in certain way. Like, just sit down. Just sit down. Just let somebody else help you. Just ask for help. Just reach out. Just know that you don't have to do it all by yourself. And you're not a, and I just feel like it's like wherever this may have happened to you throughout life, and I feel like this is a karma story somehow, you're not other people's emotional dumping ground. And I just feel like somewhere along the line, you've been that emotional dumping ground. And I used my card this morning, which comes from a sketch, which came from a sketch that I have in my book. And I know it's hard to see, but the sketch looked like this when I was sketching it for my cards. But the card that was actually created by the beautiful, amazing Amelia was this card. And this is our soul self, and this is our true self. And when we keep allowing ourselves to keep, it's like running from ourselves or trying to hide ourselves, or everything that has, the whole time that we have not been treated with how we deserve to be treated, and that includes not treating ourselves the way that we should treat ourselves. It's that understanding that, not letting the shadow of us walk in the front of us. But it's time for your soul is trying to lead you. The unconditional love is trying to lead you, Gail. And I feel like letting your true self walk forward, letting all of who you are shine. It's like you're not, you're the shining star of your family. And I just keep getting this, like this little, like I got this little like kind of cocky little walk, like a strut happening. I feel like this is a man. I feel like this is probably husband. And I got like this strut, like, listen, I didn't get to tell you, but you are this, you're the bright spot, you're the light, like. And I just got this stomping foot, like we're stomping, like we should be celebrating right now. We should be playing some music. And I just feel like tapping my hand on my leg. Like I have somebody, Gail, who's like tapping their hands on their leg. And I just see my leg is just going. I want to play this music and I want to sing and I want to dance. And it's like, and I just feel like it's like there's a truth to you when you laugh, when you belly laugh, when you sit back and you just go, and you just let it all out and you just let it all go. And you just like have fun. And I feel like there's so much of you that is not walking in your light right now. And so you're getting called out. You're getting called out and you're getting called up. So you are the shining star of tonight because they're bringing you onto the screen they're bringing you in here tonight to tell you it is all about you right now. And something needs to become a little more all about you. Your legs, your lower back, your hips, your knees, your feet. Like I got all of these areas tingling. And I just feel like, see, if you just get moving, if you just get laughing, if you just get doing these things. And so you're being told that all of that. And so with that out comes 2 cards. And I just feel like, and it's like that loss of that peace of mind. And so we're coming in here into, you see all these people sitting around the fire? You see that magpie? That magpie that's around your yard, that's squawking at you for a reason. And so you're being squawked at. It's like that is annoying. And so you're being annoyed in so many ways so that you truly can start to walk forward. And so it's like you're not being honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you're not doing fine, you're not doing fine. And I just feel like there's like there's a lot of material world things that feel like either falling away or not working out as planned. And I don't know where this is. But Gail, I have a creak, like a board. I see a floor, and I don't know if it's a spot where you walk in your house or somewhere, but there's a creak, or where a chair would be and a chair rocks and a chair moves. It's like I got a creak, and I keep getting this creak. And I got this board that creaks, and it's like every time you hear that board creak, or every time that board creaks, and it's like, that's me. I'm being told that's me. Just know that that's me. And I'm just being told with that, I also got that there's so much going on. You have so much happening, so many things that are going on around you, and there's like too many things happening at once. And but there's some changes coming, and I don't know what's coming for change for you. I don't know what's happening around you, but you're being told to really care for your health, take care of you, and slow down. But I just got this, I don't know if you've been looking at selling some stuff, or there's some movement happening around you, But Gail, I also have that happening. There's a lot of action around you right now, but I just feel like you need to sit back and just be able to just breathe this through, but to not, and like, don't be afraid to be you. Like, don't be afraid to let you show up, and don't be afraid to say what you need to say sometimes. And I'm going to say this is exactly what I'm being told. Who gives a rat's ass? Who gives a fuck what somebody else thinks? And that's exactly as I got it, Gail. Who gives a fuck? Just say what you need to say, and you need to speak it, because there's so many things that are like, damn it, you need to say this, and you need to do this, and you need to, and it's like taking that stand for you. And I just got with that, there's going to be things that are going to be worthwhile celebrating, but there is change happening. And it's just like, you can't keep hanging on. You can't keep holding on to the past. Because there's some of these changes, there has to be like the crumble moments. There has to be like some things fall away for new things to come in. And I feel like there is some new things on the way. And so there's a lot of new energy that's also coming, but there's like, you want to see what's all the way down the road, but you can't, because it hasn't even created. We just entered a new era. We just entered a new time. But there's something new for you. And it's like, stop trying to see too far ahead. Stop trying to be too nosy about what is coming, is what he's telling you. And just sit back and just trust me here. For once in your life, trust me. That's what he just told you. For once in your life, trust me. I might know what I'm doing. And so he's trying to help you, but don't let anyone treat you like garbage. Don't let anyone speak down to you, and don't you treat yourself that way. You got to treat yourself like you're the queen, and you got to sit in that chair with pride and sit back and just make it about you and let somebody else cater to you. And so that's your message, and just know that you are being wrapped. And I want to hold you. Like, I really do. I just feel like you're getting this big hug, and I'm trying to give you this big hug. Like, from spirit, your husband is trying to give you this big hug, and he's wrapping his arms around you. And it's like, oh, so you're getting this big hug. And I feel like it's for everybody. It's like a kumbaya hug for the whole family. And you're all being wrapped in this love. But I feel like there will be some things to celebrate. I don't know where in your family or where around you that you would have like somebody bringing in a new child or something new coming in family. It could be another freaking dog. I don't know, but there's something new coming in. And it's almost like you'll see life, like you'll see this new life, like fresh life coming in, and something to like light up everybody's heart again. So Gail, I hope that helps you in some way. Michelle, did you have anything to add on to that?
I do. It just kind of reassures everything that you said. I kept seeing a puffy coat, and it was the puffy coat, those big winter down-filled puffy coats that got the squares. And it's like, you have this on you and you need to lose it. And there's so many layers to it that aren't even yours, and that you need to get rid of these layers, and there's grief in there that has to go. And I think it's happening already, because I pulled the page of water, which means naive, new relationships, and all that. And you said new experiences, and exactly that, the new experiences and new encounters with people. Some of it might make you a little bit moody, and it might be a little bit much to take because it's new. But sometimes when things are new, they're uncomfortable, and that's where we grow the most, is when we are uncomfortable.
Right? Like me throwing Michelle in here tonight.
That's right. 100%.
Lisa by Grace, go I. I'm so glad you made it back in here. Baby sometimes does that. Hi, everybody who's joining in. Thank you for coming over into the next link that we have. Lisa Cardinal, I don't know if you were in here earlier. Were you in here earlier when I was speaking about the person that was like away, like that was either like out on a street or missing or away from? I was speaking of that earlier somehow. I'll see if it comes back again, but I was talking about it earlier, and I said this might come back in again. So Lisa Cardinal I've been crazy dreams about a friend that's missing. Could I please get a card? I'm going to come back to you, Lisa, so don't go away, okay? Stay with me. Destiny, I love that your baby is listening. And your baby's name, you named her Amelia? That is so cool. So Lisa Richard, that's in here, who is one of the wees, of this whole more than existent in the Corrie School of Magic. Her daughter is the artist to these cards, and her name is Amelia Richard. And so, yeah, that's so cool. I love that. All right. I am looking for someone else first, and then we'll be back to you, Lisa.
I have a little pest in here.
Do you have a little pest in here?
Yeah, I guess who?
Oh, Reed is here.
Reed is here, and he's like, say hi to my mom, say hi to my mom, say hi to my mom, say hi to my mom.
In here?
He's always here.
Is Stacy here?
She was, yeah.
Stacy? That little pest. He was in my earlier session too. Yeah, he was saving himself for tonight.
Got to take the show.
Yeah, he does. He just does. So Catherine Missy Bosco, are you still here? She lives in Cave Creek. You had a magpie show up today. Well, the magpie is probably here for you. Okay, so we're gonna go. Stay with me, Stacy. Stay with me. I want to go. If Catherine Bosco is here. Oh, she's there. Okay, I'm choosing her first, and then we're gonna go to Stacy, and then to Lisa. And don't worry, we're in here for 2 hours, guys. We got time. And I know my dear friend Lisa Richard is probably saying to me in my head that I'm supposed to be off on holidays. I'm supposed to be taking time off, and I'm in here twice today. But I'm listening to Spirit, and I'm home all alone, and it's Tibs Eve. Tibs Eve in Newfoundland, you get together and you party. So my partner's not home till tomorrow morning because he's had to go drive his truck. And so Corrie's out on the road. I'm home alone, and I didn't want to be alone on Tibs Eve. So this is how we're doing it. We're rolling in here tonight. So, and so I listen to Spirit. So this one is for you, Catherine, and I'm glad that message resonated with you. And so, Catherine, I also have, I don't know who would have had like, I get a burning in my stomach around you. And I don't know who would have had like some sort of like stomach issues, or it could be just as simple as always having like acid reflux or having something like that happening. But I have something right here, and this is also our power center. So it's like the places where you keep giving away your light, empowering others, but not empowering yourself, going to that energy. But I also have, but I do have the sense of somebody having that. And I don't know if I have 2 people here with us for you. And I keep, and yes, Stacy's Reed is here. Here. I'm like, I just had to do that to him. But I also, so Catherine, I don't know if there's a younger gentleman on the other side that's coming through for you as well. So I have a younger gentleman, and I have somebody who lived to be older. So I have 2. I have somebody that would have passed away, younger and older. So I don't know if it's like a father and a son. So if it would be like a grandfather and a son, or something that's related. But I have that. I have 2 people that are here for you, and they're like right here in front of me, and they keep tapping on me right here, like right here, tapping on my stomach area. And I don't know how they tie to you or how they're linked to you. So Catherine, this is for Catherine Bosco. So if you can validate that. Oh, your mentor. Oh, my heart. This is what makes him so special. Jack. My mentor passed away from stomach cancer. So remember earlier when I said you could call God Jack, you could call whatever you want to call him, give him a name, right? So your mentor, this makes so much sense to me. He really, truly wanted me to feel it, Catherine. He was making sure that I felt his pain, that I could feel that it was right here. And and I got this burning, and now the burning is gone. And I don't know if that's how he had the early signs of it, was that he had some sort of burning that was happening here as well. And I feel like by the time he passed, by the time he left, that there was something that was like it had spread, it had gone everywhere, but he told me he was long gone to the light. By the time he left, he was full of energy, full of life. Like, even though he might have been small, even though he might have lost weight, even though he was larger than life, and he's larger than life on the other side. And it's like he lifts up his wings. I want to say he shows me he's like this Batman energy. Like, he's just larger than life, and he just spreads out these wings and he opens stuff up. And I don't know if you know the young person that's with him, but there's this young guy with him, and he's like, and he keeps saying, come on. And so he's guiding this child on the other side. He's guiding this child. And it's almost as if he's always guiding you, Catherine, to follow the path, follow the light, follow your way. Don't lose your way. You didn't end up here by mistake. Like, no one ends up here by accident. No one ends up in my world in front of me by accident. It's like something happens that aligns you to this light, and you're being brought back. And so the squawking that's happening around you is that he truly, like this, he truly has been trying to get this message through to you. Yes, we would go for Mexican food and he would be in pain. He was always large. Oh, he was the ego. Okay, he was the eagle. Perfect. Okay, so I'm like Batman. I'm like, I just see my wings spreading, like they're like this, and he's like spreading these big wings, and I'm Mi'kmaq First Nations, and I know, yes, I look whiter. Yes, I look like I have blonde hair. That's the joys of hairdressing, and so it's like, but I am Mi'kmaq First Nations, and so the spirit animals come through so clearly for me, and so when I see this, I know that he's showing me something bigger than just his message. He's shown me something bigger than his stomach cancer. He's shown me something bigger than who he was in life. He's telling me something more. And there's something more for you. And it feels big. And I just feel like I feel the earth shaking. I feel the ground shaking underneath my feet, Catherine. And it's like, yeah, it could be, yes, it could be a female. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely could be a female. I just see this little person. I'm, around a horse with a heart on her forehead. Huh. Yes. Thank you. I'm like, the ground is shaking. Like something is toppling. Like the ground is shaking. The ground is rattling. Something is coming in here. And I'm like, and I just feel like, so it's like, I just want to like push my way in. It's like, if I could just like woof into here, it's like, and that would explain the horse. So I'm like, this powerful energy, there's powerful energy. You are being pushed out of whatever energy you got yourself into, wherever you got yourself placed. It's like, I'm like, I want to stand up and I just want to like stomp my foot. That's what it's like. It's like, I want to stomp my foot. This is big energy for you, Catherine. You called her your daughter. Oh, I love it. Aww. She died too soon. He's guiding her. She's there, and she is. So, that spirit form, when we return to spirit, we all return to spirit. I always say we look like gray cut-out dolls. Gray paper cut-out dolls. And so so both are there. And just knowing that this love, this energy, it is pushing you out of some sort of energy, someplace your ground is rattling, like just pounding this down. And so just rising you up and out of whatever energy that you keep placing yourself into, wherever you keep not using that voice to say no. And it's like you're taking a stand, standing that ground. And I don't know if he left you some sort of like, some sort of pouch or some sort of like necklace, like something that has like a necklace or a pouch. Like I'm seeing something hanging from the neck. And I feel like you were either left this or blessed this. And if you haven't been, you're going to be. It's going to be, you might have to even end up, you might see it and have to purchase it. But I just feel like you either have this or it's with you. And the medicine is within you, is what he's telling you. He wasn't meant to, and people say, well, how come he couldn't save himself if he could do all this? It's because he took on everyone else's shit and he never cleared it out. And we're not here to hold it. So he held on to the world's energy. And what he's telling you from the other side, this is the wisdom that he's giving to you from the other side. You're not meant to hold on to that energy. You're not meant to keep that energy. You're not meant to have that. Like you're meant to, if you're taking it through or you're healing somebody else, you're meant to then let it go. And so he's telling you, you can't hold on to that. And that was what he didn't get on earth. He wanted to help people so bad, and he wanted to do so much good for people that he held everything in. And now he's telling you, you can't do that. You have to let it go. And just leave it out there. And so you do have these larger than life spirits. You do have these larger than life guides, and you can't play small, and you can't hide, and you can't hide away anymore. It's like you have to do the healing work that's there for you. So, Michelle, add on. I know my candle just went out. I know you have something more.
I had one just go out too.
Did yours just go out too?
Yeah, I did. I just noticed it. I was like, oh. So
Catherine,
I believe that your mentor is telling you to manage your resources. And it's funny, Corrie says necklace, but over here, I got to figure out how to work this. There's like a ring or something. And she was saying that, I just looked at the card and it was like, yes, he gave you something to hang on to. And I feel like you're spending your money where it shouldn't be going, and you need to try and keep it for you. It needs to stay with you. You need to manage your money better. Smart business decisions, seeing things as black and white, being charitable. So be charitable is okay, of course, but just you need to hold on to a little bit for you, because there's something business-wise. And as far as the young girl, Bella, I see her walking with her horse and she's humming a song. I don't know what the song is, but I keep hearing her hum a song. And just as Corrie started talking about her, another little angel went up.
It's funny that we see her as a person, and she is actually a horse, and she's walking with a horse. So she was a reincarnation. And you called her daughter. She was definitely a reincarnation upon this earth. You just purchased a ring for your mother?
Oh.
Maybe you spent too much. No. Maybe you didn't get the deal you should have got. But yeah, but there's a gift for you coming in here. And I feel like this is something being gifted to you. As you give to others, the same thing is coming back to you.
Mm-hmm.
And this little girl, like, it's amazing, because I see the little person, and and I hear the ground of the horse trampling in, and I see the little person. There's something more to this, Catherine, that it would be like, and it's so amazing. I love how that works, but this is something spirit linked around there. So I don't know. And I'm going to ask you this, Catherine, and it doesn't mean you got to answer this online, and you might not know this, whether you or Jack would have lost, like, if there was somebody who would have lost a child in pregnancy, like early stages of like pregnancy, and if there was a child lost, because that's the way I'm seeing this. I'm getting that there was a child loss. I'm getting that there was a child loss in either early pregnancy, like, or didn't make it. And it's like, its spirit was very alive with this horse that you called your daughter. So I hope that resonates with you. But I did pull this new start, and I also got Jack tell me there's also a dog over there. So there is a dog, and I had to pull the card because I couldn't leave the dog out. There's a dog over there. So there's also a dog, and that was you? I knew it. Okay. I'm like, I can't. It's like, no way, no way, no way. I can't let this go. There's this little girl, this little child is real. This isn't real. It is real. And the spirit, the essence of it, walks with this horse. And it's like this little child is standing up. It is looking at me. She's beautiful. She's radiating this beautiful light. And I feel like it's like there's a healing that, that's coming in, that I don't know if you ever fully got to heal to the full point of this. And you always hear me, right? You had no idea? Oh. So we always heal to the point, of being able to just go on and just exist. But sometimes when we lose a child in early pregnancy, we don't ever think that, the grieving process, and that our body changes, and that you were connected to spirit. And so that little umbilical cord connection, that spirit connection, is very much with you. And so when I picked this child up, I knew this was a message of love. And I knew Jack wanted you to know that he's walking with this child, that he has this child. And this child is right there with the horse and with this. And so you need to trust yourself and just know that in order to do the final piece of your healing, and this is where your mentor keeps on mentoring. Our mentors mentor us long after. They just find new messengers. And so your biggest message is that you can heal. This is your original source of your original pain. And so the original source of the original pain is being shown to us today to know that it is okay now to let go, to timestamp it to that time, so that we can move forward, so that he's telling you, so that we can move forward with this, with your loving blessing, that he's going to now ascend with her into the next realm, into the angelic realm, so that they can be of service to you in a much bigger way. And this is how this energy, with how the planets aligned, how this shift is happening, so that we can release those final pieces of the path, those karmatic areas of our lives. I have another horse that came to me. I was woke up by my horse that passed. The night I heard Bella was 12:19, and I found another horse. She arrived. Her name was Bella. Yeah, none of this is happening by accident, by the way. No, you wait to get it back in time. It's a gift. You give the ring. I have not healed their passing. Well, you are now. You are now, and that's why they're here, and that's why they brought you here tonight, and that's why this is happening tonight. This is the
to go visit her. Is she near you or around you? I feel like you need to go visit her and spend time with her.
We'll visit her in prayer. Visit her in meditation. Sit with this. And I always say, give our unborn children names. When, I gave my unborn child a name. His name was Joshua. And so you give them names. And that's how the healing truly begins. Acknowledging that it's okay to give the names. And that horse coming into your life is there for a reason. And that this is your healing at the gate, at the door. This is your new beginning. Your new beginnings are starting. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, they're all coming in. And it's like, now you're able to move beyond the fear and start to be able to take some leaps of faith, because your mentor is still mentoring you. He's using my voice, and he's using Michelle's tonight, so that we can be a voice for your loved one, for your loved ones on the other side, and to that original pain, to that original source. This we hold sacred. And in this tonight, I hold this sacred as a beautiful opportunity that I'm being asked by Jack. And I take that to be an honor that your mentor would choose that to come through at this time to help you through this process on the time of coming close to, the Christmas, of what Christmas really means, and into this energy that now is a time to give birth to your new life, a new opportunity, breathe fresh air, for you to be able to feel joy and love, and for you to live larger than life. So much, much love. Are you kidding me, Stacy? Well, thank you, Reed, for helping us with this. Thank you for bringing that little girl in for us. And thank you, Catherine, for stepping up tonight and just being here and being present. Keep the ring. No, you're going to give the ring. So much, much love. And thank you so much for that. Okay. Stacy.
We have to press Reed.
That's Reed. Stacy. So Stacy, I don't know if there's an exact message. I think you need to sit and watch him work, because that boy is working magic. And so he's well at work here tonight, and let him just do what he's doing with us for now, and just sit back and laugh a gutful, because you know what he's doing. He's running the show. And just like he did at home, he's running the show. And he's going to run Christmas at home too, by the way. He's running Christmas. And he says, listen, stop with, he's like, he loves silly ideas to a certain degree.
Uh-oh.
Stacy.
Aw.
He got his crown. He's got his king. He is that essence of, he's that essence of Shamel, of Thor. He's like, I'm Thor. Thor, I'm Thor. He's Thor, and he's got and he's going to pull his sword out, and he's going to be like magic with us tonight. And this is Archangel Shamal coming in here, and there's a beautiful blue butterfly. I can tell you this is him, and look at his ears. Look at his ears. this would be your boy. And somehow he even got into Radley Valentine, and he got into Radley Valentine's cards. So also I'll let Radley Valentine know this, because I always said someday Radley's going to work with me. So I'll let Radley know that somehow Reed made it into his cards, because he's in all of us who are channeling through. And yeah. And so he's telling you, just keep on talking, Mom, keep on working. That's what we do. And he's like, you can overcome any obstacles. And he says, you may think that like everything is depleted right now, but it's not, Mom. It's not. It's only just beginning. So there's money coming again. He tells you there's money coming. Stop thinking there's not. And so he's telling you that you're going to get a snowfall right away, though. And he says you're all going to have get out shoveling snow, but there's going to be a snowfall. And he says, because he loved the snowfall, and he thought Christmas should always be about snowfall. And so he's our Thor energy, and he's working magic for us tonight, and he's here with us. And so there's some big energy coming in with him, and he's teasing the life out of Michelle, because he thinks he's making sure that you, Stacy, you and Michelle don't hide away. So someday, Stacy, you'll be up here with me too.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Giselle, I think everybody is listening. I think people are still here. I hope people are still here. It says we have a lot of people. And then, so I need to go now to Lisa. Where was she? Lisa, what did I say her last name was? I have 3 Lisas in here tonight. Lisa, who had the missing friend.
Oh, right.
Lisa Cardinal. Lisa Cardinal.
Oh, my chair is squeaky. There she is. She's there.
Oh, I see all kinds of messages popping up again now. There she is. Okay. Stay with me, Giselle. You know, she has a grown son who acts like a little boy sometimes in here. So, Lisa, earlier when I very first started, I spoke about somebody who had very low energy, and I spoke about when people are either in addictions or are not well and they're missing or they're away, is that the energy reads very, very low. And I just had this sense of this very low vibrating energy. Can I ask you how long your friend has been missing? Because this was when I very first started, and I asked for their presence to be lit up for us in some way, if there's anything that we could do. Any way that, we send out prayers to bring them home, or for them to be, found, discovered. And so I just have this sense, Lisa, since August. Yeah, I don't say, I feel like it's been a while. And I'm just, Michelle, you can keep shuffling. Or
I split and pulled a card.
Okay.
And it's the 9 of Fire, and it says, protect what you have created. So I feel like you need to protect your friendship and be prepared never to give up. Ask your angels for help. So just keep searching, keep asking for help, asking for them to provide you what you should do and how you should do it. And as best of the wisdom that they can give you as to where your friend is.
I have a very cold sense, like my body feels very, very, very cold. And I was asking the pendulum, like, could you guide me? And I just kept getting cold, and the pendulum keeps wanting to go every which way. And it will not bring me, and I keep seeing like browns, and like I keep seeing like this. I keep seeing like the back of this deck of cards for some reason. Like I keep seeing like this darker energy around. So I don't know if there was some sort of addictions that were involved, Lisa, some sort of like a reason why they would have like kind of went off with somebody or went into another place. but I pulled that energy. So I'm changing decks as well. I'm not sure where your friend would be, but I just got this cold sense, and my whole screen just froze up. If we lose you guys, it is technology, and we have to come back in again. It is screwing with us tonight.
I pulled this earlier too, and I just let it sit there, and it says it's a guardian angels of intuition and downloads. I think you need to connect, and you need to keep asking, you need to keep praying.
Yeah, and I got the Four of Swords, and it's just like surrounded by protection. I just feel like we're surrounding you by protection. I feel like we're surrounding the person by protection. And because of family and because of privacy, there's things that I would not bring out into a big public, and I don't do things for fame and for credit. I follow my integrity, and there's things that as another little thing goes past me, I feel like sometimes you have to know when to not to mention some things, but I just feel the presence of being very kind of colder energy, protecting, not losing, holding on to that hope and faith, and don't stop searching, don't stop looking. Either which way, we can't stop looking. And my eyes are filling up, and I just hear, don't stop looking, don't stop looking. I feel like there's like there's some sort of like clue, some sort of sign, something that is showing up. And I got the Six of Wands with this, and I got fire and I got air. I got a little bit of everything here. And I feel like it's like with the four, if you look at the Four of Wands, there's one missing. I feel like it's like in your group, in your circle, there's four of you, and she's the one missing piece. And I feel like that piece, there's something of a clue or a sign that's kind of right in front of us that we're not seeing or we're not being able to pick up. But I also got, Lisa, I also got a grandmother around you. And I don't know why I have this grandmother, and I don't know if somehow this grandmother was somebody who took care of you a lot, but I have a grandmother around you. But I also have a face looking at me that has freckles on it, and I know Reed does too. But this is like I have somebody, like I have a female looking in at me, and she has freckles on her face. And the call that I put out tonight about somebody out, like in the cold, somebody out there asking to be lit up. Like I knew their energy. Somebody is calling out to me for us to find them, for us to locate them. And I don't know exactly where we can get them. But I can tell you that, I just feel like we're at this pivotal turning point where something needs to show up or something comes in. And I don't know why December, why Christmas, like why right now it's such a pull, but I feel like there's like, don't give up. Don't stop looking. Don't stop looking. And I keep like this face is looking at me. And it's not like they have great big freckles. I feel like it's like little speckles, like little tiny freckles. Like it could be like sun damaged or something, but it's like the face is like, there's something very distinctive about this part. And I feel like this is probably might be on your friend, very distinctive of right here. And I have like, and Lisa, I don't know where like a old kind of cabiny looking like log home also comes in, because I'm picking up like a cabiny, a log home looking thing. And I don't know where this ties into it or how it ties into your journey in your life. Because it's not all about your, this is also not just about your friend. This is also about you. I feel like there's a lot of healing areas in your life right now where, where you have to do the final piece of your journey, like do your final healings. Like, don't forget me, but you also have to do something for you, because you are not creating balances. And you got two sixes here, Six of Wands, Six of Pentacles, which is, 3 the power of the threes. And I feel like you keep putting yourself through your own punishment. You keep putting yourself into your, you keep staying in your struggles and not being able to move beyond that. And for some reason, there's always some sort of struggles around you. And I just feel like this grandmother energy is like lifting you up and lifting you and shifting you out of there and moving you aside. Merry Christmas, Danielle. Thank you for being here. And so moving you aside and just shifting you over here, Lisa, and just saying, you know what, you also have to take care of you. I'm sending every loving prayer and every angel of protection and love and light around your friend so that this friend finds their way home, one way or the other, home. Yes, always. Yeah, yeah, right. And so that we can find that they can find their way home. But I just feel like something is being lit up. I have a lot of spirit standing around me. I have a lot of spirit. Almost like I want to say like northern lights. I see like northern lights, and I don't know if you're in the north area where you can see the northern lights. And I miss the northern lights because I don't live where I can see them so bright anymore in a city. But I just feel like I see the northern lights, and I feel like in those northern lights, you're going to hear the whispers, you're going to hear the messages. And I just feel like there's just something that's lighting up the way here and showing me that we can't stop searching. I just got this cold sense. I got the cold body. I got a very low vibrating energy, and that I can tell you, that I can give you, that I can tell you that the energy of this person is not is so low that it's like, oh, you are in Slave Lake. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I just see the northern lights. I just see like this, and it's like you can see the dancing in the sky, and I don't know why I have this, but I don't know why this cabin either. Like I don't know why there's a lot of pictures that are rolling through here, and I'm seeing a lot of imagery stuff. But when I'm picking this up and I'm seeing the essence of like this energy, I just feel like the energy is very, very low. Like I see it in a very pie-shaped energy, and it just goes this way and 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 this way. So like a very low, like I'm barely picking up a heartbeat. I'm barely picking up. So any way, any sign, any know-how, I just feel like just calling that in. We're calling in whatever we can to help in any way. So, but for you, you have to take care of yourself, Lisa. You have to take care of you. And you're being told that. And I just feel like this friend was always about that for you. That would make everyone else first and not themselves. And they trusted everybody for some reason. Trusted everybody. And yeah, I don't know. But I just feel like there's so much going on. And so you gotta, so in that calm, in that peace. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, I would do that. Yeah, I think do that. And I'm off till January, January the 6th. And Michelle, I don't know what Michelle's schedule is, but she has her website up as well now. You're very, very welcome. But this grandmother energy, I got to finish with this. I'm not allowed to finish till I finish this. There's this grandmother energy. She's like a cookum kind of energy. And she's just telling you that she's, I just feel like you got people around you that is no longer serving you. And you've got to start letting these people go. You got a lot of jealousy, a lot of resentment, a lot of that kind of energy. And you just got to let that go. And it's like, you got to stop this. And I just feel like there's this plant called the mother-in-law's tongue. And I don't know what the real name is. I know in Newfoundland is what we used to call it. And it's like right there. It looks like aloe vera plant or whatever. But it's like, I just got that wagging tongue. And I just feel like there's a lot of wagging tongues. And I'm like, just stay away from the wagging tongues, Lisa. Like, just ignore the wagging tongue, the tongues. People love to talk. Ignore it. Don't need to justify. You don't need to explain. Just walk the frick away. And that's what you're being told. Walk away. All right. Michelle, did you have to add on to that, or?
I do. I too see a dark wall with a path beside it, but I think it has to go with the grandmother energy. She's saying you need to get past whatever is blocking you from moving forward. And then I ended up with 3 cards, which one was decisive, focus, driven. So once you get past that wall, you're going to just fly. That horse is going to take you sailing. You'll become more enthusiastic, creative, optimistic, which is going to end up in a victory. So get rid of that wall. Take the unlit path that you need to go through on your journey and get past that wall. And then it's smooth sailing. You're galloping on a horse.
Yeah. Time to get going. Time for you to get going. And Lana Kintz, is it Kintz? Yes. And so that's not weird. Spirit talks to spirit, and you're a spirit. We all have spirit. And so right now, because we have so much of that thin energy, the veil is so thin, we have so much of the, we're so close to that spiritual world, and that, they know who's open to hearing the messages. You're very welcome, Lisa. And so I can tell you, Lana, that they're communicating to you. He's trying to talk to you. He's trying to tell you something. And I just feel like he can't speak that way, but I feel like if you go into like a quiet sense, I think you can hear him. And did they induce his coma? Like, did they put him into a coma to keep his body like resting, or did he actually slip into the coma? Because I have this weird like jaggy, like daggers in my throat right now. And I just feel like there's so much more. I don't know. I feel like there's more to be said, or there's more happening that he wants to say. Yes, they did, right? And so they put him into the coma. He didn't actually go into a coma. I think that's what he's trying to tell you. I feel like he's trying to say, they put me in this coma. They put me in here. And it's like, I think it was to rest his lungs. And I feel like he wants to come, like, if they could get him to like come out of the coma, like if they could start bringing him back out of the coma, that's what he wants. He wants to come out of the coma. For some reason, I feel like he's trying to come out of the coma. He's trying to communicate to anyone that will listen. He's trying to communicate through to that. If you're going to listen, he's there. I feel like he's like, they put me into this coma. I was put in here. I don't want to be in here. I want to get out of here. And it's like those daggeries that I got in my throat right now. It's like digging in. It's like, I just feel like it's like, I need to be able to speak. Like, I need to be able to use this. I don't think he likes like all of this stuff that's connected onto him. I feel like he's like feeling like very confined. Sorry, I'm just hooked onto my pants here. And I feel like he's very confined and very restricted, and he doesn't like that. He hates being kept still, by the way, Lana. And I said this earlier too. So he was in here earlier that, people who are alive and sick come through as well. I communicate to people who are alive and people who are past. Yeah, he is fighting, and I feel like he's fighting hard, and I feel like he wants them to start bringing him out. He hates being kept still. He's not somebody who likes to be idle. He loves to use his brain. He's a very big thinker, and he's like, listen, my head's going to mush up here. I've had too much time to think, too much time to lay here. And it's like, I'm listening to them talk about me in the room. They're talking about me in the room as if I'm not here. It is pissing him off. He is there. He does hear what's going on. And I pulled the Chariot, and the Chariot is truly telling me is that, the yin and yang of things. And it's like, it's one or the other, right? It's like the yin or yang. And he's like, he's been through this and he's been through that. And now he's ready for this. He's ready to charge forward. He's ready to come out. And if you see this amazing man with his wings right there, is that he is freaking fighting hard, man. And he's like, he wants to get back up and going. And on these horses, you can see there's these beautiful crystally things on the, right on the heart, right on. And for a horse, their power is right there. It's like, they charge with pride, and he has so much pride in who he is. And he says, I don't have pride laying here. And I just feel like he has so much pride, and he has so much this. And I just see these two big lights shining into his lungs. And so these horses' chests right here, to me, horses are healers. These two lights to me represent his lungs. And I feel as if the angels, and there's angel wings right here. I feel like tonight the angels are shining into his lungs. There is these two big white lights just shining into his lungs. And if anyone can beat the odds and defy the odds, I feel like it's him. And I feel like it's like he got something inside of himself that is just like lighting up. And I just see him like lighting up somehow and just like coming to life. And he's also telling you that like there's something about you and the beauty of you, the awe of you, and that you're coming from your low moment. So it's like you may be still thinking about a lot. You got a lot on your mind, but you're having your own awakening moment as well. So there's a card for him and there's a card for you, because that's the only way that he would do this. If there's one for me, it's got to be one. And so you are awakening in a new way. And I don't want to use the word woke, because we were already woke when we arrived here. But it's the Six of Cups. And I just feel like you're thinking about, you're contemplating that life, wondering what that life, and it's like that lotus flower rising, the seeds, you planted the seeds. This time, this solstice time really allows us to sit in the energy of days are going to start getting lighter now. We had the darkest day, now we're rolling into new energy. You've been through your darkest times, and I just feel like your new days are coming, and there's these awakening moments of light that is coming up around you. And so you're thinking about all your dreams and all the things that you wanted to do. And you gotta keep fighting towards those as well, and start really truly stepping up into that light. And allowing yourself to be present in that. And bringing that forward. But I feel like he's ready to charge. He's ready to charge, and you're ready to shine. So, Michelle?
Yes, there's a very strong connection between you two. I get a very warm and fuzzy feeling, and like somebody's just holding me and holding you in your best moments and your worst moments. I feel like the connection is going to be stronger even after. And it's almost like you guys can read each other's minds, whether you know it or not, but you guys are so well connected that it's kind of crazy, and people might get a strange sense of energies from you guys. Like maybe, I don't know, that you're too closely attached. And I feel like this isn't the first life you guys have been together in. I feel like you're so strongly connected that way that you've had lives before.
Right? I think so too.
It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it's like, don't give up on him, man. He's a fighter. He's fighting for this. So
I feel like too, when Corrie said the two lights into the lungs, I feel like you're sending your own healing energy to him. And whether you know it or not, you already have it within you to do it. And that you're pushing for that. You're fighting for that.
And we don't have to be in the presence of people. So as a Reiki master, when people say, oh, you know, like, or even when my readings and all the people that would see me in person say, well, it's not the same. I'm like, well, spirit and the guides and God, the angels, they all work from way out there. What do you think they're doing?
Yes, my ex, but was okay. That makes sense then. So sorry. I interrupted you.
That's funny. Well, maybe we'll be.
I didn't want to say anything.
Maybe we'll be more than your ex again.
Just in case you were married or something.
Maybe it'll be more than that again. And so, but you have the ability to just pick up his picture and imagine your hands there, and just, so I'm doing this right now. I imagine that we're right there in that room with him, and I'm asking his spirit if he wants this, though. We always ask permission. We don't invade. We don't jump into people's space. I just don't believe in that. And so we're asking his spirit self if he would, if he's open to receiving the healing love the healing messages that we're bringing to him, or the healing love. And so we're imagining placing my hands upon his lungs and upon his body and upon his chest, to be able to send that healing into him tonight, so that we can send him healing where he is laying there in that coma, that we hear him. We hear him speaking. We hear him saying that he's ready to come out of this. He's ready to come back, and that he feels strong enough. He feels like he's healing enough. And I'm like, I just feel like it's like the best Christmas present in the world would be that all of this starts to come out, and he starts to have this taken out, and he gets to return, into that, to be that success story. And instead of being, he's not a victim. He doesn't play victim. And I just feel like he wants to be the success story. He wants to be the shining light of, we can do this, we can beat this, we can. And so I just feel like there's that energy. So we're, all of my prayers, all of my, what's fated is out of our control, but what we can give, and what he's open to receiving, we're giving to him tonight, and we're sending him that love. So as a healer, we do sessions that way. I do sessions. And if you go on my page, you'll see like there's the big sessions that I spend with people in time. But if you need smaller ones, you send me an email, and I arrange those. There's all kinds of different stuff that we do to help in whatever ways we can. I'm not God. You're not God, but we have the ability to work through the light of God to send healing love to anyone who needs it. And we all have that ability. That's love. That's unconditional love. And that's what healing is unconditional love. We don't give up. We don't lose hope. And I always say, I don't lose hope until I don't lose my faith and I don't lose hope until there's absolutely nothing left of hope to have. And so holding on to all of that and staying in that. Hello, Jessica. Hello, everyone who's joining in. So we're with you tonight. You're very welcome, Lana. Thank you. Did you have anyone that's standing out to you, Michelle?
Giselle has been.
Okay.
Still here.
Giselle Wiseman. Sid.
Talking?
Yeah. Sid's used to the 1 hour, right? She's like, we don't do 2 hours. That's not my time. So you start with Giselle and I will come in.
Okay. I have a sense of a game like kick the can or something. Somebody used to play outdoor games with kick the can, or I don't even remember what the other ones were. Somebody dear to you. I feel like this was a childhood friend. Yes, ma'am. Is it a male? I sense a male.
So Giselle has her son on the other side.
Okay.
So I'll tell you that because that's not, I'm not going to leave you hanging there, but
it's a sense of I'm always there. I'm always there. He's always there. He never leaves your side. And he tells me, stop worrying. You don't need to worry anymore. It's time to quit worrying. It's time to get on with your life. Let's move forward. You need to be available for today, what's going on today for everyone else around you, is what I get a sense of.
Thank you, Lisa Star Francis, for being here. Do you have a card for her?
Do I get a card for her? Not yet. It's coming.
Yeah, I'm like, I just feel, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of, that's what I'm picking up. I'm like, there's a lot of, it's like, I just feel like.
I love how this works. Wise counselor. I feel the need that you need to join a like-minded community with you, and that you need a little bit of help to give you the boost to continue on with life. I feel like there needs to be some kind of spiritual counsel or somebody to guide you, help guide you and push you forward and mend that broken heart. That's all I ever do. That's all you ever do, is you trying to mend your broken heart or seek guidance, like spiritual guidance? I feel like, yes, that you need to continue on seeking. I don't think you've found your wise counselor yet. And I think it's time to really start sitting and meditating and asking to be guided to the right areas where you need to be guided to help you get over this heartache. Not that the heartache will ever go away, but you'll be able to manage so much more on a daily basis. I see big red cutout hearts falling all around you.
Matthew was wise beyond his years, and Amanda's mentioning this in there, and he truly was wise beyond his years. Matthew was, and I don't know Matthew. I know Matthew because when Matthew passed away, he said to his sister right before he passed that he would come through a psychic right away. And he was only gone like a few days, and he came through to me with his aunt and then his sister. And so he made sure that he got to them right away. and and he was just passed when he came to me. So he's
Yeah, you need to start thinking about you and tending to your wounds, your own heart, not everybody else's. It's your turn.
right. And so what I got was, this card came falling out. London Bridge goes. I just got that song. London Bridge comes falling down, falling down. I don't know why I got that song, Giselle, but I just got that song. London Bridge goes falling down. I think and I feel like that's the game. Like there's some sort of game. Remember London Bridge? Like London Bridge comes falling down, falling down. And so, listen to me singing. Matthew, making me sing, ass. So it's like, so I just have this sense of singing through, but there's a reconstruction happening, or like putting pieces back together, putting relationships back together. And I just hear like there's some places where we need to start putting relationships back together, Giselle. And so the card that came out was transformation, and that life experience is like, you didn't want to have to go through. Who would want to have to go through this? But I also got somebody who would, I don't know who drank whiskey, but I also got somebody who would have drank whiskey. They were flying to his viewing in Yellowknife when he came through to me. And so, and I don't remember many things, but I remember Matthew. And so the ones that don't leave me alone, I can't forget them. And so there's this whole sense of, Giselle, there's a lot of areas in your life where procrastination of putting yourself first has been always right there. And I just feel like you're being told like there's too much going on. And I got a boat. I don't know. And I know they're from Newfoundland. I got a boat, and I just feel like somebody's on the edge of the boat, and this is not your son. So I have somebody else on the other side. So as Michelle said, she's seen somebody who from your life years ago. I have somebody who was in your life years ago who is tied to fishing, tied to being in a boat, tied to being out there. And the can, what I'm getting is like lobster pots or crab, like that, like it's not, I don't have like, I have like a kick the can. I have like pots, like fishery, something of the fishery. And I don't know who was in the fishery or who was there, but I feel like they're also around your son on the other side, or they're in the same, like they're on opposite sides. Like I just feel like there's this, oh, she needs to start her crocheting again. Hey, Amanda, I love what family tells on you. So yeah, working procrastinating. But there's somebody who's tied to a boat somehow, and there is this whole. And I just feel like when you're on boat, you get like that. When times get rough and the waters get choppy and rocky, and get that balance of yourself. Yes, Amanda, this could very much be for you. You're here together, and so I have two people. So I have them, and I have them like this. So I have Matthew here, and I have this man over here. I know you probably can't see Mara, but like I have them on each side, and I'm trying to balance them in here. Oh, really? Okay, so we have a lot going on here for you right now, Giselle and Amanda. Stay with me here. Let me get through this. So I don't know where the London Bridge story comes in, but I have this bridge, and I have this like, so what I have is I have this energy of being on a road, seeing, and I feel like I'm somewhat in the dark or something. I feel like I'm on a road, and I have a bridge. I have like and it might not be a big bridge, but I have a bridge. So I have a bridge, and I have somebody trying to cross the street or cross the road, and I have this, and I feel like that's how they left. They left on the road, like they left you standing on the road, and you're just standing there, Giselle. That's how I'm seeing that. Over here, I have Matthew, and over here, I have the man who's on a boat. I have all these stories, and it's like a triangle of stories that's happening around here. And so I'm going to go to each person that I have coming through. So Matthew coming through is very much telling me, listen, if you guys don't have fun during Christmas, if you guys don't make the best of this, I'm going to haunt you guys. I'm gonna knock the decorations off the tree. I'm gonna like do things to just because I know how fussy my sister is. I know how fussy everybody is, and I know everybody's got the tree. He says it's all just like all perfect. They get everything all perfect on the tree. He says, you know, and then it's up in the window or something. So it's like, and so this is you're being told that this is like have fun or else, and have a whiskey for me, have a drink for me or something. Like there's something like this. Over here to the man in the boat, because the girl on this road right here on this bridge is like waving at me, and I'm going to come back to her. So over here, I have the man in the boat. And so Amanda, my husband is sitting next to me. His best friend was a fish plant owner. He's on, oh my fucking God. Okay. Thank you, Amanda. And so Amanda and Giselle are all family. This is all family that we're reading. We're reading family here right now. And this is how this family works, Michelle. Everybody comes at one time. It's a Newfie thing. Everybody talks at one time. Nobody talks. Good thing I can talk to a lot of spirit at one time. Over here, I have this fisherman, and he's on this choppy water. He's on this boat, and he's telling somebody you are working too hard. And so working too hard, doing too much, and you need to just sit back. And he says, listen, stop fucking worrying about money. And I feel like this guy who owned the fish plant, he worried about everything. He's and it's like, but he's go, like just busy. And he doesn't feel like, and I just feel like he was always like on a time, like, gotta get things done. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. I just pulled that Newfie accent out. Come on, boys. We got to get things done. We got to get things done. And he says, listen, things are going to get done. That's Mark. Okay. Well, this is Mark. You're a pain in my ass. He's like, get things done. He worried about everything. Yeah. Right. And he's like, listen, it'll kill you. You can't worry about everything. You got to stop worrying about everything. And he was always like, make sure this is tied up. Make sure this is done. Make sure that's done. And he's like, I just feel like he's like kicking. And I feel like he's like kicking everything around and moving everything around. And Giselle, I think Matthew's playing with you. I don't know why your comment's going like this, but that's how spirit works. He's fucking with you. And so Mark is just telling me like, listen, buddy, you got to slow down, breathe, and just don't worry. Things are coming. I feel like times are coming. Good times are coming again. Good times always come. You're Newfie. Good times always come. It comes back. We've been through worse. We've been through. And I just feel like there's a change. And I don't know who was looking out through the window for him or watching through the window for him or something. I just feel like somebody was always looking for Mark, like watching for him, waiting for him to come home, waiting for him. And I just feel like he's telling me that he is home, he's at peace, and he's realized from the other side, you don't have to rush anything. Listen, you don't have to rush everything. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. And to just know that he's just there with you. And he just tells me like, you know, get your priorities straight. Get your priorities straight. Get the things straight that you need to do for you, that you want to do for you. And then I also got this girl, and she's on it. London Bridge is falling down. And I just feel like, Giselle, that's the game. Like, I just have these games. Like, I just feel like you guys would have built like games or forts or like something you would have done. You were childhood friends, Giselle. And yes, so you told me where did I see that? She was killed standing next to me. Okay. And this is years ago, right? Because she tells me she's all the way over here. And so she died. She tells me she was on the road or something. She was on the road. And she says, you know, this, I feel like this is where, and I keep rubbing my head. So I don't know if in that accident when she was hit, if she also, like if her head also got hit or something. And I don't know if her head. And so, yeah, Amanda, tell your husband, stop fucking worrying. Relax. Have a drink. That's what Mark tells him. Relax, have a drink. So she did. Okay. Because she keeps doing this to me, and she keeps showing me the back of her head, and she keeps showing me she was 12. Okay. And yeah, and she keeps showing me like her hair and her like everything about her is so youthful and so beautiful. And I just feel like how it all happened, and the hurt, the anger, and the shock. And I don't think anyone ever dealt with the shock. I just feel like for you, she was here. they put her in a grave, and that was it. And it's like, you were expected to go back to the way life was. And I don't know if anyone ever got treatment. And it's like she's looking around like she didn't even know it happened to her so quickly. It's almost like you guys did not see this coming, or there was no way of stopping this. She was taken out of her shoes. Okay, I'm like, I don't feel like you could feel, like, I don't feel like there was any way you could have, like, known this, seen this, like it was like it came so freaking fast. And good, Amanda, I'm glad he heard. And I'm like, it just came so fast. And it's like, she just says, you know, life, things happen that fast. Life happens that fast. 1 minute, it's joyful and happy. And the next minute, life changes like that. And it's like, but look at you, Giselle. Look at you. You're still here. And she says, as fast as time changes, she's always been with you, but you've never dealt with that. And she might have been 12, and you might have, you know, raised your kids and did whatever, but that moment, no one ever helped you through that. Nobody ever dealt with that. And so she's telling you that she's here now so that your healing of this can finally be done. You carried survivor's guilt for a long time as a child and not even knowing it. There's a sense of like a PTSD, a separation, like a disassociation, like you have lived half of your life in shock, living a life in shock. She was visiting your family. Oh, yeah. And it was like that survivor's guilt. And I'm like, so now it's, you know, what your son is telling me and what she's telling me is that now it's time for you to start living your life. Time for you to start truly living your life. Stop procrastinating. She says, you're still here. You still got life to live. And she lives through you. She wants you to live. And she wants you to start to change up some of them belief systems you got stuck in your head because you get these thoughts stuck in here. And she's telling you to get out of these thoughts. She was 12 when she passed, but she's an old spirit now. She's been over there a long time. So she's old and wise. And she says, you know, it's like now it's like you moving forward actually allows her to, she's not on that road no more. She's not in that space. She's not on that time. She's shown me that is where it happened, but that's not where she lives now. She lives in the angelic realm, and she's very present with you, and she's there. And so just know that she's she's helping you be able to move. And I got another procrastination card. I'm just like, I got two stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating, Giselle.
And I heard it's time to rebuild the bridge to take you out of rocky waters. And because amazing opportunities are coming to you, and you need to be bold and courageous. I pulled two cards. I didn't know I pulled two cards until I looked over and it was sitting there.
Yeah, she was wise when she was alive. Yeah, she's a very wise little spirit. I feel like she's your wise. You need to start listening to her. Amanda, nothing but Giselle's life has been easy. Now it's her time to shine. She needs to find herself. Yes, exactly. Thank you, Amanda. Calling out Giselle. Yeah, it is your time. It's time for you to truly start stepping up. Time for you to start living. Somebody I never thought I would dreamed of hearing from. Well, she's here for you, and she's here for you with love, because that's where, when I talk about original pain, like all the way back, that's where your original pain starts. That's one of your big stories. Yeah. So just know she's with you. Holy, 3 people. Leave it. I said, leave it to the newfies to bring in the big crowd until leave.
Perfect timing.
If I was still having drinks, I'd be downstairs pouring a drink. Go with this. Okay. Is it B card? B card, are you still here? Because tomorrow would have been our anniversary. Can you please tell me if my late husband has any messages for me? Tomorrow would have marked our anniversary. I've been so lonesome for him, and it'd be a Christmas miracle to hear from him, to ease my mind. Thank you, ladies. Merry Christmas to you both. B, are you still here? Just want to see if B is still with us. Thanks, Tracy. Oh, thanks, Alicia. I'm just trying to see if I still have B. While I'm there, I'm going to read it, Alicia. Since my reading with you, I have finally been able to start healing from my mom. Thank you. God bless. Aw, that's so nice to hear, Alicia. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'm just trying to see if B is still here, and then I'm going to move. I got to go back up, and then I'll get to some of the bottom ones that are asking as well. But I'm just trying to find somebody else all the way up here.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Giselle.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. I'm looking for someone in particular. I am looking for Jenna New Sowen. Jenna New Sowen, are you still here? And Jenna's real father just passed away. So B, I hope she comes back. So if anyone knows who she is, if you could tell her to get back on live if she's not. Jenna, are you still here? Jenna New Sowen, are you still here? Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. None of the ones that I want to find that I've been. Okay, if not, I want to go to
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Lots of Merry Christmases.
If not, I want to go to, I just seen her. She just asked Kelly. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy's reaching out to everybody.
She's on it.
And
Ashley's on it. Oh.
Okay, in the meantime, Kelly Brown. Kelly Brown. Kelly Brown's, her sister's birthday is tomorrow. And she'd love to hear from her if she has anything. We'll see. I don't know who I have yet for you, Kelly, but I am being called that we choose you. I'm going to let Michelle start with you.
Yep. She's telling you it's time to awake. It's time to seize the opportunities, and you need to start to pause and reflect, because by not doing this, you're failing to recognize your magical opportunities and that you have a lot going on in your life. And so you have to prioritize. And by doing so, a time of great joy and success will come. So she's saying that you need to see the magic in your life and not be distracted by all the negative distractions that are going on around you. You're missing the actual moments, the glimpses, the fun, the magic, the excitement of things, especially this time of year, because it is Christmas. It's a very magical time of year. And just to take that time and pause, and you'll start to see them, and you'll have so much more success. Magical opportunities are coming. Follow that path, pause, see what's going on, see the joy.
I'm like, my damn dog. I don't know who this is. Yet I don't know. And I know your sister's here too. I know it's really hard, but I have somebody who's kind of sitting back like this, Kelly. And and it's a little bit kind of like charismatic, a little bit arrogance, a little bit like kind of liked himself a little bit, hand in the pocket. And I just got like this sense like he's sitting like this. You got a male over here on the other side too that kind of got that attitude like, oh yeah, I didn't really believe you. I didn't believe you were real. I didn't believe you could do, I didn't believe we could come from the other side. When I was alive, I would have thought this was bullshit. And he's telling me this, Kelly. He's telling me that when he was alive, he would never have believed this would happen. He would never have believed that we could do this talk, that we could never. He thought when you're dead, you were dead. He said, I honestly thought when I died, I died. And when I left, I left. And he's over on the other side, and he's like larger than life in the way of, he's like, he's got a chair. He sits in his chair, and I see his boots, and I don't know what kind of boots he wore, but I feel like he wears like it looks like a worn out boot, like a work boot, some sort, like a browny, leathery kind of boot. But he's also here for, he says, listen, you might have thought you'd never hear from me again, but I'm here. And I don't know if he's like an uncle or if he's like a grandfather or something, but he says, he's also here for you. So he just tells me that he's just like, that he says, listen, believe in miracles, believe in the magic. He said, because he says, if I can come through like this, Kelly, anybody can come through like this, or anything can happen for you. And so your grumps, okay. We call my partner Corrie with my granddaughter, he's Gramps. And it's like, and so this is Grumps. So Grumps is right here, and he's like, no fucking way. Would never have believed it. This is exactly as he sits, Kelly. He's comical, but you know when people are grumpy and everybody laughs at them because they're so grumpy, but they're actually trying to be just miserable grumpy, but they're actually got a kind heart and they're trying to be like, they're actually good. So they complain about everything. You called Grandpa that? Yeah. Okay. And he's like, and so what he's telling you, he said, see, your sister would have been easy. She would have been an easy one to bring through. She would have come through anywhere, but not me. You would never expected me. So you need to know that it's me. I'm here. I'm watching over things. I got control of things. I'm watching over everything, he says. And he just says, he says, you got to believe, he said, believe it. Listen, if this can happen, if I see this happen, if I see this shit happening, that means anything can happen, Kelly. Anything can happen, my dear. It's like, he can bring through, he says, I can bring shit to earth for you. What do you need? What do you need? And that's what he's telling you. What do you need? Listen, if I can do this, if I can be this full form for you, I can do anything for you. And that's how he's speaking to you, is that he's there to work for you. And he's here to help you through everything. So he's there giving you the magic and miracles of life. Like what you need is like, he's your grandpa. He's Grumps. And even though he's grumpy, and even though he's got that miserable sense, he's also here to say, you know what? Even on the sister's birthday, even on those days, trust me, you're going to like be looking, be watching, because you're going to see something. You might see feathers fall out the sky. You could never see fall, just like in front of Michelle. There's feathers that are heard down. That's not angels.
That one was, yeah.
That's her down blanket she wraps on because she's in the basement. But there's these, but I just like, just watch and see, watch the sky, look at it. Tomorrow you may see the biggest rainbow around the sun. You may see a sundog. You may see something, but he's like, just be watching. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you. And it's like a hard day's work. Never did anyone bet. Never. You might have to work a little bit for some of this, but he's like, he's telling you that there's, it's like whatever you've been worried and stressed about in other areas, financial, whatever. I just feel like there's something coming to help with that. And I don't know why, Kelly. I don't know if someone had like some allergies or something, because my arm right here. So I don't know if your sister was having like some blood work done, or if she had like something, like if she was hooked up to some IVs or something, or if somebody is, because my arm is like so itchy right there. I just feel like, or if he was, I just feel like I just want to scratch my arm to death right there. And so I don't know what that represents for you, but I just want you to also know that on the other side of Grandpa and his big energy is the essence of the sister energy. And I just feel like there's just like, yes, there is little flickers of light. There's all kinds of little sparks around her. And so I just feel like there's like, I just feel like for your sister and you, I just feel like there's some sort of bond. I feel like your secrets went with her, and her secrets and her secrets are safe with you. And everything that was with you, and everything that was, a part of your lives together, she's still there with you. She's still there doing this with you. And it was before Raziel. And as this beautiful Azrael comes in, it's just telling me you're not getting enough rest. You're not getting enough sleep. You're exhausted. You're tired. And Gramps is like, we sleep over here. We're okay over here. And he keeps interrupting us. It's like, he just thinks this is fascinating. No, thank you. He didn't believe in this at all. That's what I tried to tell you. He told me. He
didn't see the magic.
He even made me act like him because he doesn't. And I'm a physical medium, so I can feel him coming in. And so he told me, you don't really. And so there's some, that's what he's telling me, is that you just didn't fucking believe in this. And so he didn't believe in it. And he's like, but your sister did. And she knew she could be there. She knew she'd always be by your side. But when I bought up the Raziel, I just picked up that whole armor. Like, you wear a protective armor, almost like you wear the I don't care, I can do this on my own, or you're pushing people away that are trying to help you. And you're acting a little bit like Gramps. Don't act like Gramps. And your heart is big, and your heart's in the right place, but you have to let people help you. And your sister telling you have to let people in. You have to let people help you. And she's trying to help you. They're trying to help you from the other side, and they're there for you. And they're trying to be there for you every day. And that Gramps had the Midas touch, by the way. Gramps could put the spin on anything. He could fix anything, everything. He would make everything better. And I feel like from where he is, he's trying to make everything better for you. And that's what he's doing. And there's a whole lot of magic and miracles around you right now. And that you'll feel her. You'll know she's there. She's so present with you. And it's just the energy shifts and the energy changes. And I don't know why, but this whole side of me just went like hurts. It hurts. I hurt right here. My eye, my side of my face, like there's pressure here. And I don't know why I have that when I'm picking up both of them, but I have like this, my eye is paining. So I don't know if one of them had something that was on like the right side, because I have like the right side, Kelly, is what I'm picking up. And that's what I'm getting there. Yeah. So, your sister's much quieter than Grandpa.
Shy.
Much quieter, and she goes much quieter. And I'm listening very much to her right now. You have a piece of her heart that you have with her. Oh, your sister did lose her vision. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, oh my God, Kelly, I'm like, my eye, my everything is on, and it's on the right side. That's where she lost her vision. I'm like, okay. And you see my whole face is turning red on that side. I'm like, oh, it just hurts. Like, I just have this. And so this is her validating that this is her for sure. No, she lost her vision, Alicia. And so she lost her vision. And so she's telling me that this is her validation, that even though she's much quieter, for you to know that she is here. She's shown me and she did have migraines, right? And so she's telling me that she's telling me that this side of her and her pain. And so sometimes I feel like she spent a lot of time quiet, or a lot of time like down like this. And I just feel like this was kind of like her. This is kind of like the never-ending story that people remember of her, and that's not how she wants to be remembered. That's not how she wants to be. She don't want to be remembered for this. She wants to be remembered for this. She wants to be remembered exactly as she was and how she was in her larger than life days, and when she's present with us. And I don't know how, like grinding her teeth. I feel like her pain sometimes through her head was so much, as she was just like grind her teeth, like her teeth were like, I just feel her teeth clenching. So I don't know if she had if she was having either some seizures or something too, or if it's just the pain. And so she's just saying, but I'm more than that story. I'm more than that. I'm more than that. I'm this. And to just know that she's bringing forth like the same, it's like you have to start living your life. You have to start winning again. You have to start being you. And you got the victory card as well. And see, it's a beautiful woman wearing her little headband. She's up and she's moving. And it's like, you have to start winning and start living for her and move beyond like her pain stories and see her larger than life. See her in her good days. She did have seizures. Okay, thank you. I'm like, I feel like it's seizures. That's what it feels like to me. I feel like she was having seizures. And that's like, so I'm feeling her seizures. And she says, but, really, truly just stepping up to do, stepping up to do the things for you. So whether it's go back to school, whether it's to start stepping up and out into a new job or new opportunities, I feel like it's like start making some choices and decisions that are about you choosing to live your life. And remember her as this. Remember her as herself, of when she was her for all of you, when you could make her laugh, or when she could make you guys laugh, and the things that she did. She was a very special angel who was brought into your lives for the time that she was there, and she was always special, and that she's with you. And she's with you in Christmas season. And she also tells me that you have her hanging on your tree. That you have a piece of her hanging on your tree. And there's a heart, and you have her heart somehow. So I don't know if you have her ashes that you wear, or like a fingerprint or something as well. But I feel like there is she's with you. So I don't know if someone's wearing that, Kelly, or if you actually have her, but she's shown me that. And she says, I am always with you. And Grumpy Gramps, he's not that grumpy. He's pretty funny. But he didn't believe in this shit, but he's telling you he believes in it now where he is. And so he's here, and he's back, and he's there if you need him. Just let him know. Just let him know. Thank you. I have her ashes in a heart necklace. Yeah. I could see the heart and her pieces of her, and you have the piece of her. And so she is with you. So thank you so much. And just all the validations. I can't get past her seizures and her migraines, like her eye, her vision. I'm just like, so I know she's still here, and I've got to send her forward. I feel like she's somebody she always wants to be around people. Like she wants to hang out with us. And so I got to move her aside though, because I can't work with this. So I have to let her go. So I'm sending her, she's sending much love, and she's, she had brain cancer. Okay, that's what, okay. And, Kelly, I know what it is. She wouldn't leave me alone until I tell you this. Please tell Mom I love her. Please tell Mom I love her. And tell Mom I know she was there. I know she was there. I know she was always there. And just tell Mom I love her. And whatever struggles Mom got going on today, and I mean, she lost a child, how could she not? But I just feel like I'm just being told to tell Mom I love her and that I'm there. Pieces of her are everywhere. And and pieces of her will always be everywhere. And now we have to move. So she's with you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Jenna, you made it back. Oh, she is here listening. Okay, that's why she wouldn't leave until I spoke to Mom. Okay, Mom, you have to know she loves you very dearly. She's always with you. She's in your heart. She's there. You have her always, forever and always. And she gives you that. She gives you that. So thank you.
Observer.
Yeah, she's watching.
Yeah, but I was thinking it was something to do with observing, like for Kelly to observe, but that makes total sense now.
Yeah, that's why you're getting observer, because her mom was watching. And the transformation card keeps coming out and falling out, same as it did in the other readings.
Oh, and look I pulled this from the Guardian Angel one. Oops.
Oh, Transformation. See, guys? So Kelly and Mom, transformation. I feel like it's like time for some transformation, time to start living again, guys. And there's some big changes coming. So, yay. And then we're going to go to Jenna, and then we're going to go to Brenda, because Brenda's asked several times here. Brenda Jessam. So Jenna Newfoundland. I know they went on the hunt for you because you were in here and you left. Thank you, Tracy, for hunting her down. We much appreciate it. So we are going with Jenna right now, and I don't even know what time of the day it is. Jenna, 8 o'clock. So we've been in way longer than 2 hours. I think 5:30, 7:30. Yeah, we're going on 2.5 hours. So we're just going to do 2 more, and then we're going to do the general. So we're going to do Jenna and Brenda. You were dishing out your children's dinner. Okay.
Take care.
Jenna, I just got this message for you. You got the time that we needed. And that's what you have to remember. We got the time. We got the time that we needed to know that we always had, that there was always love. We got the time that we needed. And that you are equally as loved as any of the other children. You're equally as loved. And I just feel like there was, I just feel like I just feel like this man is like sitting up like very serious here. And I just got this sense of being told that like he wants, I don't think he was always this serious though, but I feel like he's a man of wisdom. And he's just telling me, he's like, we listen to a lot of stories in our lives, or we hear a lot of stories, and we're told a lot of things that we believe to be true, like from other people, of this and that stories, right? And I just feel like you need to know that no matter what, especially in older years, especially in the wisdom years, is that you did matter. That you did matter, and that you did get the time, and the time that you had was precious, and the time that you'll always have now will always be there, and his heart will always be connected to you. And it's like he's a simple man. He was a simple man, and I just feel like he was a simple man, and he's a very simple man, and he just tried to live life in the simple ways. But he's like today it's like there's a fresh new start coming, and I feel like the fresh new start is coming for you, and I feel like some of the family members, but there's like all the chains and all the bondage that held you tight to like some anger stories or some hurt stories, and I got ego, like all the fear of all of that, of not being loved or not being enough. I just feel like that's kind of lifting away. But I also got another story for you. And I just feel like I don't know if you and him talked about this somehow, or if you and somebody else spoke about this. I just feel like you have somebody in your family who really needs to find their way beyond like an addiction story of some sort, that really needs help. And I feel like he's telling you that he's going to help you in all ways that he can to help you, to help your family. And whatever that is. And I just feel like there's like, you got the wheel of life, and there's this positive changes. Like now it's time for some good stuff and some good changes. And, you've been through enough struggles, and now it needs to be like your time. And he's very soft spoken about this. He's very serious about this. And I just keep hearing, my girl, my girl, my girl, that you're still my girl. Like no matter what, you're my girl. And that when, from where we are on the other side, it's like we take responsibility for what we did. And it wasn't your job as a little girl. It wasn't your job to be the parent. It wasn't your job to be all of that. And I just feel like you're being told that it was their jobs. They were all the grown-ups, and he takes responsibility for the things that they didn't do. And you're someone that everyone around should want to be with. And I don't know why or how. I don't know if you're running for some freaking politics or something, or if you're thinking about doing something political, but I just feel like I'm like, what are you dabbling into? Because I just feel like you're stepping up somewhere, Jenna, or I just feel like you're taking a stand for something. But it's like all of a sudden things start, you're rolling forward. Your life is rolling forward and new opportunities are rolling out. Something new is rolling out, but you're now set free. All the stories of your past have now passed on or passed away. And I just feel like it's time for you to not be tied to those stories, not to be caught in that energy. And this is a healing love that's coming. I just feel like your heart is being like wrapped in this beautiful healing love. And a bear hug, like a big bear hug. And I don't know if there was like some sort of ceremony done, like of smudging, and I just see like a feather, and I feel like there was some, like, I don't know why I have like a ceremony, like a feather ceremony of some sort, like a smudging happening. And I don't know if that's something you were just recently at or something that's being done for him.
My brother and sister were running in an election.
Oh, really? Okay. And is that election still on the go, or is that something that's still, because I don't know why. I have that election coming up, and I have these things. So I don't know if you're thinking about running too or getting involved in it somehow. But I feel like I just feel like there's like some very positive progress, like unexpected things that's coming this way, that, or it might even be a little bit of unexpected. Oh, he was spiritual? Okay. So I feel like there's like a very big ceremony thing, and I feel like he's also doing the same thing for you. So where he is now, and he sits up very tall, very strong, and I just feel like where he is right now, he's telling me he's working on your behalf. He's working to spiritually be that mentor for you, to be that person for you that he couldn't always be. And so they both lost. Interesting. That's very interesting. Are you thinking about running? Because if you're not, I think maybe you should start thinking about it. I think it's something you probably should start thinking about. I don't know why, Jenna, but I feel like you should start thinking about this. And I just feel like your dad is just telling you, like, there's a lot of cleansing, a lot of healing that took place or is taking place. And he says all the things of your past now are over there, and that you have to start living in your new now. No. We'll see about that, Jenna. Whatever's coming for you, there's something where you are taking the leadership role, somewhere where you're taking charge. But there's also help coming with some issues around other areas of people's lives, some addictions, something where it's like you've been asking everybody in the world to help you with this, to help them see the light, help them get their shit together, help them get their life. And it's like, it's now been heard, and I just feel like something is coming to help in that area. So everything that your dad was, even though you didn't know him all, like for most part, or you didn't have him so active, you are a part of that, and you have that in you. And that's the parts of you that are going to start awakening now, and you're going to start living by that. And you're going to start, I just feel like there's just like this new fresh energy coming for you. And it's like, he's just like, I just feel like some cleansed energy, and he's with you. And he says, thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being there. Thank you for trusting your journey to see him, and for making those steps towards that. He loves you. He appreciates you, and he's honored. So much, much love to that. Michelle?
My hands got really hot. So yeah, there's a big healing coming for you. Endings leading to new beginnings. We got release. Corrie was talking about releasing and the spiritual path. So the need to realize situations of people that hold you back, spiritual transformation. Sorry. And then I also pulled the card for you. You're working too hard, and you need to start asking people for help. It's time that people start to help you so that you can continue on with your journey and all your healing that's coming to. It's good. My hands are really, really, really hot. So make sure that you ask for the help that you need, and be asking those people who you've done a lot of help yourself. You've helped them. It's time for them to return it back to you. I know it's hard to always ask for help, but at the same time, it's kind of owed to you because you've been trying to help out in so many aspects of other people's lives. It's your turn to receive that back, because it's wearing on you. It's got a little old lady. It's wearing on you. It's stressful. Time to ease up some of that stress.
Ah, so true. Thank you. Oh. Thank you, Jenna, for coming back in. And Jenna, I really truly feel like there's a healing for you happening in here. I really do. I feel it, Jenna. I feel, and it's so calm. I just feel calm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel such peace around you. I feel such like this calmness that's coming in around you. And I want to do one more card for you before I let you go. And then I'm going to go to Brenda. Amanda, thank you. I'm so glad you just ordered my book.
Oh, yay. It's a good one.
So Jenna, I was just guided to go to the Mother Mary cards for you as well. And the card that came out for you was faith. Have faith. My light is so bright.
There.
Have faith and just hold on to that faith. You needed this so bad. See, they know what we need and who needs it. And so have faith. There's a lot of healing coming around you. And it's like, it truly is. It's like, he was a man of faith. He was a man that kind of knew that, you know, in time things would change. In time he would get to say what he needed to say or whatever it was. And I just feel like that's for you. And it's like, just hold on to faith, because there's a calm, peaceful sense that's coming. And I just feel like, sit with that.
I see him going like this. I'm rooting you on.
Yeah, very much rooting you on. I'm freaking telling you, there's a leadership role there somewhere, Jenna. Whether it's you, your sister or brothers, like, don't give up. Don't stop the fight. Don't stop the running. Whatever it is, just keep going. Just keep doing this, because something is coming. There is a leadership role. I don't know what it is. So there's something there. Brenda, is it Gisome? I can't remember. Yeah. Brenda McIntyre, Jessom. Brenda McIntyre Jessom. Is my daughter around? Brenda, are you still here? Here you are. Okay. We've got a lot of mentors and healers coming through in spirit world tonight. Is this what you thought you'd be doing tonight, Michelle?
No, I was just laying on the couch.
Okay. Just shuffling through cards for you, Brenda. For your daughter, I'm asking for her to come in. I'm going to let... I am just shuffling through. My own cards are a real little mess here. But
I hear cheering or cheerleader cheering on, or a sports team or something.
Like playing on a sports team or something?
Like, could have, like, saying cheers. Like, you know, when you cheer a team on, or could be, was a cheerleader or playing on a team and they sang cheers.
So, I don't know, Brenda, did she play in like some sports or something? This is the card that I just reached into the deck. She was a basketball player.
Ah. Too funny. I love this stuff. I pulled the card joy. I can't get this right. Joy and contentment. She's full of joy and contentment. She's okay where she is. She just wants to reassure you that she's okay. Was it a while ago she passed, or recently?
I think is it a couple years? So this is what So, and this is what I have while you're still processing. She told me to use my own cards. So I reached into the deck and I pulled out and I just kind of stuffed my hand in between all the cards and I pulled out this card. And this card is actually called Faith. This is the little label, but the card is called Faith. And she has long flowy hair. And I don't know if 2017, and I don't know when she graduated. I feel like this is like, she showed me like when she would have either gone to like a graduation or graduated from somewhere. I'm seeing something like that, Brenda, around her, but she's all dressed up. And I'm like, and then she's laughing and she says, that's not how I always like to look. But there's like, she went to something where she kind of pleased you. She wore something that you wanted. Like, I just feel like she wore something that you wanted her to wear. She wore a dress or something. Like, I just feel like there's somewhere she went where she wore a dress or somewhere where she went. And I don't know if that wasn't, like, I just feel like that wasn't always her. And so she showed me like, this card is what she's giving me. And she says, this is kind of what I look like. Like, this is what I look like. And she just shows me this essence. And I'm going to read to you this card because I've written about this card. And what she's telling me is that whole essence of, you know, that whole kind of coming full circle and back into her light. And she tells me that into the, have faith in me, have faith in me, have faith in me is what she tells me. So this is the card. If you cannot see the beauty, hold faith and hope today. So if you're still very angry, if you're holding on to like all of this anger, if you cannot see the beauty, if you cannot see beauty, hold the faith, hold the faith and hope today. Reach out and ask your higher self, what do I need to do today to move beyond the fear story and discover the faith in me to believe, why not me? Why not me? Healing messages of love from the everyday goddess. If you can see it in me, then it must also be in you. For you and I are reflections of the truth that will set us all free. Right? You're so angry. And she says, if you can see in me the beauty, like when you look at her pictures and you see her beauty and you see her radiance and you see who she was and you see all that, you have to see that you still have that inside of you and that you're not the anger story that is consuming you, that has had so much control over you, that where she is today, she is this, and she's this beautiful energy and she's this beautiful life. And that her passing should never have happened. No justice, right? That's right. We didn't get justice. And I just feel like there was no justice, like, and so it should not have happened. It should not have happened the way it happened. There was a lot of, and she says it was in anger is how she died. It was in anger is how she left this earth. And because that's how she left this earth, she don't want you to live in it because it was anger that took her to that place. It was anger that was all the way around that took her to leaving. And she wants this anger story to no longer be the story, no longer be the thing that holds everybody captive. And she said, you know, it's where she is. She's not in the anger place. She's beyond the anger. And through her essence and through the beauty of her, she wants you to see this. And I don't know who you would have had in your life that was named like Isabel or I, like an I name. Izzy, Isabel, I have an I name, and I don't know why I have an I name. I have like an Isabel or Isabella somewhere, Brenda, around you, and then I keep picking up, and I keep seeing around, and right, it was all anger, right? Okay, and I'm like, and so I just feel like you got the Chariot as well, that yin and yang, and it's like I just feel like there's time. You got the Chariot, and it's time to start moving forward. It's like that willpower, like really truly, you've made her famous in her own light. Like and it's time for you to start moving into your light. And she just shows me like that magical miracles of the unicorn energy here. And she said, you know, she never got to finish out all the other things that she would have done. She never, you know, but she's also telling me that she's but she did get to know love. And because she knew love, that she knew a lot of things. And I don't know, Brenda, did you guys just have like a little white fluffy dog? Her girlfriend took her life. Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's something coming. Like I just feel faith. Like she's telling you to not to be sitting in the. So what I'm getting is there's something that's going to be moving you forward. There's a positive change. There's something new coming in, and I just feel like, and I don't know why, if you had a little white dog or a little white cat or something, I got this little white fluffy little animal that's around. So I don't know if you're getting a dog or if you had a dog, but there's this little white dog, and she keeps like showing to me, and she keeps laughing at this little white animal. And she's showing me this little white animal. And so I don't know if you've been talking about getting a dog, and she's like, that's what you need. Like there's something that's coming in that just shows me that, you're really truly moving forward. And I just keep seeing a moving vehicle. And I don't know why I have the move, and I keep seeing a moving vehicle or a new vehicle, but a moving vehicle. And she just tells you that there's all kinds of moving parts in this story. And I just feel like, it's like, I don't know, somehow I feel like you may see justice somehow. I don't know how we're going to see this, but you can't live in the anger of it. You have to see her in that light, and her hair. She keeps going back to hair. And she said she made a lot of unwise choices in her life, and she did a lot of things that took her away from being her true self. And she gambled with her own happiness a lot. And her determination to fix somebody else or to show somebody else that they were a good person or they had good in them cost her a lot. And she says now where she is, she's working that same love she had up on earth, that same passion she had up on earth. She had a lot of passion. That same passion she's now coming in to give to you. And it's like, and she gives you this card, and it's the magic little genie in here. And she says to tell you, your wishes are coming true somehow. And I don't know how this is, but your wishes are coming true. Oh my God, yes? Okay, thank you. Thank you. And yeah, and so she says somehow, and says faith in the universe, have faith. Don't you lose that faith. I'm telling you something magical is coming in here, and something is coming in to really help you. And she says, and this Christmas, there is something beautiful. But I don't know, and I can't tell you exactly how it's all going to unroll yet, but it is. And I'm like, and this is bringing you in. And she says, and this helps you. I just feel like the anger starts to lift, and your heart starts to find some sort of peace, and being able to be set free a little bit, and know that she is in her beautiful self. She has her beautiful light, her beautiful glow, and she's right with you. And she's always with you. Always with you. Last words, Michelle?
She's showing me your pain. She's showing me you screaming and crying and pulling your hair out, and almost to the point where you want to vomit. And she's telling me to tell you, when you get into these moments, you need to call upon her to take these moments away. She's going to help push you through this. So as soon as you start feeling any sort of anxiety, anger, sadness, fear, anything, you're to call her. And again, I got back to that Return to Love, Corrie's book. Those two books will do wonders.
And this is my book, for anyone who's wondering, who don't have it. This is More Than Existing, and it is this taking the ownership and responsibility for our lives, and rewriting our stories into that, taking all of our anger. When I transmuted my voice of my anger to a voice of love, magic started to happen. And through that, we're able to create that. And the other thing that I can tell you is that you do not do this alone. My world is full of amazing people who are loving, supporting, who support me, support my work, who train through me and do their work through me. And they trust me to be that guide, and that they have to put the work in. The work comes from the work that we're willing to put in, and we don't quit. And so not giving up, and it's like taking it, I would say, take it all the way to the end. You have to come to whole 360. You have to finish that journey. And it's like, I'm hooked in my pants again. I'm like, wow, I keep getting hooked up. And so being able to take that journey. And so Brenda, I don't know how or why, but I feel like this is going to be you now taking this journey. You are so welcome, and truly life, I just feel like we're transmuting, you truly will be transmuting that anger into a voice of love, and something is shifting and something is changing. And I hope in some way that tonight this helps you on that journey. That's my hope for you. So we're going to give a last card. I'm like, I got my door left wide open downstairs. So Michelle, we're going to do a card that's for everybody. And so Michelle will pull the first card. I'll pull the second card because I've got to shut my door because my dogs had to go out. Hold on.
Hearing there's a lot of transformation in this group going to be happening.
I agree. There is a lot of transformation. The card keeps falling out. I'm easy on the ears.
She is. I know. I go into a trance whenever I'm in class with her. It's just like, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, we're done for tonight. It's like, wow, where did that time go?
Right. So anyone who's interested, I mean, if you see Michelle is someone who started with me. She started her training. She started on a journey because she knew she needed to do something different she was doing before. Her anger, her impatience with herself, her constantly searching and seeking for something outside of herself, waiting for the material world to complete her, to fill her up, to make her happy. And then, of course, and then she went through, they went through a big loss, and her sister-in-law, Stacy, who's always in here, little Reedy, passed away, and that changed everyone's lives. And of course, he's always around us in here, always. And so Michelle knew, she reached out to me and she started this journey, and she never thought in a million years that she would be talking to angels. And number one, she couldn't even connect to the word God until I told her to give God whatever name she wanted God to have. And so then that essence of understanding energy. And so she has stayed on this journey, and she travels this. And now here she is today next to me doing this work. And who would have ever thought? She never thought she could do this. She never thought she'd be here. And there's a lot of amazing women who are in my program, who are a part of my life, who do this work, who are showing up in the world and doing big things. You'll see Tracy Leggett. She's a healer as well. You'll see Lisa Richard. She owns Loving Energy Recharge. She's also the mastermind and the brain and the everything behind Corrie School of Magic, keeping it together. She kind of keeps me in line. She keeps my feet on the ground sometimes. And there's so many more. We have so many more. I could give you a list. Well, I can put a list of people that are out now, that are gone through these programs, that are in my programs, that are doing something, and that just show up here, and the changes that happen in their lives. So I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. I'm thankful that everyone shows up, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to do this. But we're going to give two last cards on our Tibs Eve, on our Newfie celebration at Corrie style. And I'm going to let Michelle go first with the card she has.
So I got the King of Water. Trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious, someone you can completely trust, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, charitable benefactor, seeing a counselor. I feel like this goes along with I got to go to the right side here. This goes along with transformation, and that there's big changes for everybody coming spiritually. I feel like we've had so much time to ourselves now, and you're kind of getting pieces of the going inward situation. And I mean, you hear Corrie talk about it all the time, that going inward is so important, and magical things happen. If you just, like Amanda was just saying, like, we can't lose faith. We can't lose faith. Keep going inward, doing your meditation, doing your prayers, speaking to God, the universe, the goddesses, the gods, whatever you want to call it. And magical things are going to happen. I feel like there is just all glitter everywhere. Like I just see so much sparkle and so much love and so much light. It's happening. We're lighting up the universe. Keep going.
Yes, we are. We are. And it's like, you can't, I always say, you can't place expectations upon everybody out there to change, but you're not going to do nothing for yourself. You can't expect the world to change, but you're not going to do the change. So transformation starts with us, and it starts by us making a choice to choose us, and by also recognizing that you can't run from you. The things that we keep running from ourselves, or the things we keep trying to suppress and that we keep trying to hide away, are often the things that we might need the most of ourselves. And so the most beautiful relationship that you're avoiding is the one with you. And in life, hey, and there's another one of our girls, Lindsay Burt.
I know, she was on here, and I didn't shout her out. I was going to. She came in.
I've seen her then. I'm like, Lindsay Burt, another amazing tarot card reader who's taken all of my courses, who's also in becoming a light worker coach. And so just a total little ADD moment. And so I'm, really truly understanding that relationship with you. And it's not just about, I always say my 30 years as a hairdresser, I would always have people come and say, I just went through this, I just went through that. I need a new hairdo. I need to look good. And it's like changing your hairdo will make a temporary change. You'll be happy for a moment. Making all those, a new relationship, a love coming into your life, you're going to be happy for a moment. But having expectations upon those people to come into your life to provide everything that you are unwilling to provide for yourself, it's not going to last. Because at some point they will not be able to keep that up, and you'll be once again disappointed, hurt, unhappy, sad, whatever it may be. The twin flame of you is you. And the more focus you put out into everyone else is that you take away from what needs to be drawn in towards you. And I say, take that spiritual shirt you wear that tells you about peace and love and freedom, turn that shit inwards and put the shirt inside out and wear it inside out, wear it facing you so that you can start absorbing the same message for you and start putting that effort into you. And we are prime examples. And I get this, I still hear this. Who is she? She was just a hairdresser. She was fucking right. I was just a hairdresser. That's a pretty spectacular career profession to have. And why not me be this person? Did that ever mean that I could not be anything else in this lifetime? You're not identified by the roles that we play. That was all a part of my journey and all a part of who I was at that stage of the game, of who I was then and the amazing people that I met that would then lead me to this. And today I am this person. And today Michelle is that person. And how we're showing up and who we are is by making a choice to say, I'm more than that. And my stories matter, and being able to use that and to be able to use, instead of allowing ourselves to sit in the misery of our stories, use it as jet fuel. Use it as something to rise above, to use it as something that can be a change in the world. You change you and your world changes. You put the effort into you and your world will change. And when we're going through grief and we're going through those grief moments or grief times in our lives, no matter what it is that the story is not going to go away. The pain doesn't go away. The pain is still there. This fact that you experience that missing piece of your heart is there. But if you can remove the rest of the junk, the rest of the clutter, the rest of the old stories, it leaves space and room to be able to deal with your life, to deal with this moment so that you can sit in it and say, I can sit with this, but I can't sit with this and this and this and this and then pile it all on top. It is about making room. It's about making room so that you could deal with the things that you need to deal with and be able to walk through it and to be able to know that I'm worthy of the time that I need to give to me. I'm worthy to know that I don't have to just get over things. I need time to process. I need time to heal. I need time to be on this journey. And it's going to be it could be years, it could be time. But in the meantime, you start to inspire yourself and you start to encourage yourself. And you stop trying to justify and explain to people why you're fucking sad today. I'm sad because I am sad, and that's it. And you give yourself the right to be that in the moment. But I would say then you also remember, okay, now today I have to do something to inspire myself to be a little bit more today. Now I have to do something to save myself, because nobody's coming in to save us. We're coming in to save us. And so just being able to do that. Nobody is coming in to save you.
And always reach out if you need to.
But exactly, there's always love, there's always support, there's always somebody there, and we're never walking this journey alone. As much as we like to think we are, there's times I have to spend alone. Of course there is. And so the other thing, and I mentioned this when we very, very first come in, if you're having weird feelings and if you're feeling like, what's going on with me? I feel all out of sorts and I don't know what's happening. We automatically assume it is us. We want to take ownership and responsibility for everything. Oh, it's me. There's something wrong with me. People don't like me, or people are hurting my feelings, and or people, I did this to people, and now I'm going to have to go say sorry and da da da. What if it's not about you? Right? What if there's something more? So we live in such what we call a one-dimensional world. We stay so focused on this material world that we live in, but so many other things are happening. Thanks for being here, and Merry Christmas. And so there's so much more that's happening. Look at your zodiac, look at the alignment, look at your birth charts, look at your human design, look at all these areas of your life where we are impacted, where we're being, it's where life, like outside of here, outside of this world. I said, you live in a snow globe, in the black hole. That's where you live. You live in a snow globe in this big fucking black hole in the world. And that's where we live. And it's like, but we don't think of it that way. We think we are grounded and planet. We have ground, we have dirt, we have plants, we have trees. You live in the same place that the stars and the moon live. All of that lives. You're out floating around in a big black hole out in the middle of nowhere. So all kinds of stuff is happening around, but we don't look at it that way because we only look at what we are in this material world. We are much more than that. And you are much more than that. And you are much more than what you sometimes feel you are about yourself, in feeling small, in feeling as if you don't have you don't have the courage, you don't have the strength, you don't have the faith. It is all inside of you. Everything that we need in this world is inside of us. And you have it inside of you to use. You just have not been accessing it. You have shut it down. It's like any machine. If we stop using things, it stops working. And so you just have not been accessing all of you. You have not been feeding and fueling you on light and love. You have to make the changes that are there for us to be able to live. And that takes action steps of love towards yourself first. And that's how we grow. And during these seasons, it's not always easy for everyone. And when there's some people celebrating, there's other people who are struggling. And just knowing that we show love and respect for the people that are not able to be so cheery and happy today, and understand that we're all on a different journey. And some people just need you to hold space and to send out a kind word and send out messages of love. And that's why we show up here, and that's why we do what we do, so that we can be that for everyone. And Giselle, maybe your puppy will sleep tonight.
New baby. Puppies.
Right. And so he's chilled now because it's got this energy. And so I want to just honor Michelle a little bit here and say thank you, Michelle, for having the courage tonight to step up and to come in last minute and do this and show the amazing progress you've made and the work that you do. And Michelle's website, everything is listed in the comments, but we'll also add it to the very top. On Facebook is on top. On YouTube, if you're on YouTube, it is down below. So I'll make sure that I add in her information as well, because we are here to love, support each other, and we're here to work together. So we'll build a much more beautiful world if we all spend more time working together instead of trying to divide. So thank you for stepping up, and thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me. I'm beyond honored. Wow. The great Corrie. She's amazing. So full of wisdom. It's amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to each and every one of you, this is Tibs Eve is a Newfoundland holiday for anyone who's wondering. It's not really. It's called Tibs Day. It's our holiday that we start before Christmas Eve, the night before, because you know we're Newfies. We start to gather normally when you're allowed, and I can't be home in Newfoundland, and I have not been home in Newfoundland in over 20 to I think 23 years since I've been home for Christmas. And I would have loved to have been home with family. Tonight I'm home alone on my Tibs Eve, which is not normal. And so I wanted to celebrate it, and I wanted to spend it, do it Corrie style. And that's for me to be connected to all of these lovely people who join us in here and to spend it with people that I love. And so that's what we did.
It was fun.
And then Christmas is coming. So I hope you all, I know we don't get to have the Christmas that we normally do, but Zoom as much as you can. Spend as much time, invite in friends that may be alone, that can, you can invite in, or whatever it may be. I know there's a little bit of loophole there. And then also be able to Zoom and communicate and talk and just reach out to everybody. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and thank you all for being with us tonight. And thank you, Michelle, and to everyone, much, much love, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all.